Many people believe that our life have to be like this. This is the way it is. This is what we have to be. We need to get up early, start to work hard all day long, and come back home tired and fall asleep. And the next day, go back, do the same thing over and over. When we have kids, we need to send kids to the school when they are only 3 years old. They need to go to kindergarten, preschool, kindergarten, school. The kids have to study so much, study a lot to be the best person, to make the very good grade. So they need to compete, they need to fight a lot, need to work a lot. No time to play, no time to think about anything else. Just study, study, study. And don't even have time to question, what are we studying now? What is it? How are we going to use it in our life? We never talk about that much. We just learn, learn, learn. And then when we finish university, we need to looking for a job. We need to compete with a lot of people to get a job. And when you get a job, you need to fight with people in the same organization, in the same company. How can we get better salary? How can we get a higher position? Fighting, compete all the time. This is what many people think is normal, because life have to be like this. We cannot change it. We have to follow the pattern that they created for ourselves. Many people who fail, who cannot compete, just suffer, feel bad, feel exhausted, and become blind. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. And we just blame, it's luck. It's our bad luck. It's a bad karma from the past life. That's what we can blame, to make us feel good, to make us feel that we cannot change it. It helps us to feel like we have to be in this position, in this situation forever. Don't think about changing it, because we have been in this situation for a long, long time until we feel like it is a normal thing. When we feel suffer, we need to surrender. When we feel bad, we need to surrender. Don't think about changing it. Don't think about do something else. This is what happened now. Many people grew up with study hard, working hard, no time to think, and have to do what they have to do. That's all we can think about it. So this is not normal situation, but we think it's normal. Actually, humans have a lot of freedom. We have a lot of power, but we create the system that teach us that we have no freedom. We have no choice. We have to do like this, because I have been studying this thing for a long time, all my life. I cannot do anything else. When I cannot get a job in this field, I become jobless. I have no choice. I cannot do anything else. This is what we believe is normal. But actually, we have so much freedom on this earth. If we train ourselves different from what we learn in the education system, we can see that anything around us can feed us. Anything around us can turn to career, can turn to something that can help us to have a good life. We just open our mind to learn new things, to experiment new things more. And then we can see the world has so many choice, many ways. But because of education system that we have now, we train people to do the same thing, to be specialists in one thing. We spend all of our life to learn to be specialists in one thing, and we ignore another part of it. And then when we have to face some crisis, some problem, we cannot do what we are specialists. We have problem. This is not normal, because every life on this earth, we always have choice. Animals, human in the past, we always have choice. We can train ourselves to do many things. So to make our thinking be able to change easily is very important. To open our mind, to learn more diversity, not just focus on one thing. As a base of life, we need to be able to help ourselves in every situation. We have more freedom in this way. So we need to think about new way of learning. Learn as many techniques, as many things as we can. We will have more freedom. We can love many things. We can do many things. That is choice. But in the education system, they don't want us to be like that. They want us to be specialists only in one thing. And when many people specialists in this thing, they will do it very good. But when many people become specialists, they can turn to cheap labor after that. So that is what the industrial part need. They need cheap labor. So it's interesting to think about the way we can train our thinking. Like in the past, we train people to believe that women cannot do hard work. Everything belongs to men. Women cannot build a house because building a house is a man's job. So women cannot build a house. Women cannot do many things. That's what we train our brain to believe like that for a long time. Until now, so many women still believe that, oh, I cannot do that. It's too hard for me. I'm so weak. I'm not strong enough. We train ourselves to believe that women are weaker than men. When we keep doing like that, keep saying like that, most of people start to believe like that. Even women themselves, they feel like they're weak. They're not strong enough. But whenever they discover that they have power, from our experience, when we have earth and building workshop for women, women come together and can build a house in a few days. So this is change the thinking of women completely. So in Thailand now, more than 60% of people who build earthen house are women. Because in the past they believe that they have no energy, no power, no ability to build. It's not their specialty. It's not their skill. They're too weak to do some hard work like that. But after the workshop, in 5 days, 7 days, they can build a small house. So it makes them change their mind completely. So many women in Thailand build earthen house more than men. Many women after the workshop, they even change their thinking completely. In the past, many women shave their head in the workshop and put their hair in the bricks and build a house. Because they feel confident, they don't need to look like a woman. They can be happy, they can be themselves, they can proud of themselves. So this is the power of thinking. The thinking that we train, how we think, is very important to what we are. It's very important to how we live. If we think in this way, we can go to this direction. If we don't think in this way, we will go to another direction. And then we think we cannot change it. But actually, we have so much power to change anything. It depends on the way we think. So now we think that all the hard life now is normal. We think that we need to work very hard like this. We need to compete a lot. We need to struggle a lot. Because if we don't do like this, we will not survive. We need to rely on money system completely. If we have no money, we cannot do anything. When we train ourselves to believe like this, we cannot change anything. We have to surrender to luck, to the fate, to some power from outside will decide our life for us. But whenever we think we are ourselves, we can change anything, we can do anything, we will do what we like to do, we will do what we love to do, and we can start it. And we can see that we will have power, we have ability to do so many things. This is the beauty of life, when we know that we have power to design our own life. When we can design our life, that's the meaning of life. That's happiness, that's freedom. That is everything we call life. Life is in our hands.